can now see mountains of fashion from space. It's really bad. It's actually one of the most polluting industries. Extending the life cycle of an item by, say, 2 years reduces its carbon footprint by 70%.
Antonia Johnstone, CEO and refounder of Sign of the Times, the luxury resale marketplace redefining pre-loved fashion worldwide.
It's getting a bit more competitive space. So how are you navigating this space?
So we have been going for 50 years. You're either overflowing with product and you need to sell it, or you haven't got enough and you've got huge demand. So it's kind of like balancing the two sides of the market.
What are the brands that are really unsustainable, would you say?
A lot of fast fashion brands, mainly because it's so inexpensive that people are not thinking about the purchase and thinking about, most importantly, the post-purchase.
Do you think the pre-loved fashion world is going to grow?
Yeah, it is growing. It's growing really quickly. 1 in 4 purchases people are making secondhand, which is really exciting.
You're the perfect person to ask.
Oh,
is
gosh.
Hermes made in China?
Oh my goodness, where do I start?
Antonia Johnstone.
Hello.
Thank you for coming in and being on the Elle Sera Podcast. So you are the CEO and refounder, you can explain what that means in a minute, of Sign of the Times, which is a pre-loved fashion brand.
Correct.
So explain what refounder means.
Yeah, absolutely. So Sign of the Times has actually been trading for 50 years and I acquired it around 5 years ago. So although I own the business, I didn't actually found it originally.
It's interesting. Interesting to know, which is good, because you must have been a fan of the brand. You actually worked in the brand before you acquired it.
I did. So when I left uni, I knew that I wanted to go into luxury resale. So essentially, Sign of the Times is a luxury managed marketplace. So we sell secondhand designer goods like Chanel, Hermes, etc. We sell directly to consumers, but we also supply a lot of the major retailers, so Farfetch, John Lewis, etc., with their pre-owned luxury. And essentially, I knew I wanted to go into it, so I went to Sign. I got 4 months work experience and then left to set up my own store. And then in 2019, I picked up the phone to the lady that owned Sign and asked if she was interested in selling me her business, and she was. So I acquired it at that stage.
Wow. That is amazing. And if anybody doesn't know where it is, it's on the King's Road, isn't it, in Chelsea?
Yeah, it's just on Chelsea Green. It's
Right.
absolutely beautiful location. Even if you don't come visit us, go to Chelsea Green, because there's so many incredible independents around there. There's not the kind of usual like Zara, Mango, etc. It's a beautiful place.
Definitely. I'm definitely going to come back to Chelsea for sure. So where's this come from, your first forays into fashion? Have you always been into fashion, like growing up, or...?
No, I'd say I'm more into business. I'm into fashion. In fact, there's a lot of fashionistas out there. I wouldn't call myself a fashionista at all. I love business. I love numbers. That's what I'm really passionate about. And in terms of Sign, the idea came from, I was actually at uni, I was doing economics at uni, and there was a small store at the end of my road, and it sold secondhand, like Topshop, Warehouse, etc., for sort of £10, £20. And I was like, why on earth is someone selling something so cheaply when they could do the same thing with luxury? And so that sparked the idea, and it's kind of, that's the beginning of my journey.
Yeah, so you were in uni then. So how long ago was that?
Yeah, gosh, 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least.
I feel like I'm seeing so many more like pre-loved fashion sellers coming onto the market. I mean, you will know this space better than me.
Yeah.
Some are coming and going. I mean, up near me we had Lux Collective, and I felt so sorry for the boys. They got robbed. Lost all their stock, or half their stock. It was so upsetting. And then the business has folded, which, you know, they've worked really hard to do. But, you know, it's getting a bit more competitive space. There's another one in London, Celia in London. So how are you navigating this space? What's your USP?
Yeah, absolutely. I think actually around 5 years ago, it was even hotter than it is now. So we saw a lot coming into the market around 5 years ago. And actually now there's starting to be a consolidation. As you mentioned with Lux, there's actually 3 others that approached us this year for acquisition. So it's really starting to consolidate the market. In terms of, for us, I've always built the business setting up for possible acquisitions. So building our operations, our processes, our team, our locations to enable us to acquire other businesses and slot them in.
You were the absolute opposite to me. My God, like, I'm listening to you, I could tell you're an economics student. Like the best way to run a business.
I don't know.
Proper way to run a business, but yeah, go on.
I don't know, believe me. I am like, there's stuff flying at me every day. I'm like, don't have a clue, going to work it out on the hop. I mean, I think we all do that, don't we?
You're ready for that. like dropped. We got all the team ready. We got that internal growth. I've really planned out the processes, the structures.
Oh no, that has been a work in progress. It's been many years. But yeah, and in terms of our kind of differentiation, I think one, it is our heritage. So we have been going for 50 years. So our management team, there is about 75 years of experience between us, either in pre-loved or luxury. So there's a lot of experience there. But also, actually, we're omni-channel, so it's in-store, online. We sell across 10 different marketplaces. It's super, super challenging to do what we do at scale. So I noticed quite a few smaller players coming on, but actually there tends to be a point that they get to, and actually they can't get much further because it's really tough to do what we do.
It's hard to acquire stock unless anyone's selling it.
It's hard. The operations itself are really challenging. So you have a single unit matched up against a single consumer. You have all the authentication, the pricing, the listing, and the photography. You're then selling that in multiple different locations. So you would
put it on like maybe Vestiaire or I don't know, eBay maybe, or Farfetch.
Yeah, all of those.
Selfridges.
Yeah.
I don't know, wherever else.
Yeah, all of those. And we also have 3 physical locations.
Right.
So if something sells physically, you then have to strip it off all the other channels and deliver it. You know, it's very, very complex.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. God, and I think it's hard trying to run a business with 2 SKUs.
Oh, no. Yeah, I think we have 5,000 unique SKUs at the moment. So
no, this is way above my pay grade. Well, that's the other point as well. Authentication. We're getting such good fakes these days. And you're the perfect person to ask.
Oh,
is Hermes made in China?
No. Just,
Hey, what? TikTok's been lying to me?
Oh my gosh, no. Flippin' heck. Authentication. I mean, we use actually Entropy. I don't know if you've heard of Entropy.
No.
But it's almost the gold standard at the moment in terms of authentication, which means that it basically takes photographs at the microscopic level, which is a level that is really hard to fake at. And then it's compared in the market to every other image at that microscopic level. So they give you a 99.3% accuracy rating.
Right.
And that then comes with the bag. And if it does, whatever, if it's that 0.7% that is fake, they actually guarantee it with a financial guarantee.
Right.
So
because they're pretty sure that it's going to be damn sure it's not.
Exactly. Yeah. So, that's how we...
Well, my partner recently bought me a watch. It's actually this watch.
Oh,
right?
have to look after. Oh, what? No, it's not fake, is it?
This is a fake watch.
Okay.
Right? Because I'm in London.
Am I allowed to drink this?
Yeah, of course you can, yeah. So basically, I've got real Cartier watch at home, but I was like, I want to wear my watch on the pod. And then I thought, oh my God, I'm not wearing it in London. There's no way. And even the taxi driver was like, yeah, don't wear a nice watch in London. So I wear my Fitbit all the time when I'm in London. So I bought a replica fake watch of my real watch so that I can wear.
Where did you get it?
This came from Turkey.
Did it?
Yeah. And there's a guy online though.
Okay.
It just looks all right. Well, I've got it on my wrist, and then I wear my other one when I'm out and about in person, mainly up north. I'd never wear it down here.
That's so interesting.
Never ever. Yeah. I mean, are you finding that?
What?
Like in London, it's just the crime rate.
The crime rate.
Yeah.
I do think the crime rate's increased. I do think it has. I mean, we haven't necessarily seen it impact our sales, I wouldn't say.
No.
But certainly people are more conscious about how they're wearing things, where they're wearing things. And a lot of our clients will travel, so they usually wear them on holiday and things like that. But yeah, it's not a good direction to go in.
No, you'd have to be absolutely crazy to walk around London with a Hermes bag out and about.
Oh, there's a lot of those. But a lot of our clients, they're wearing it quite casually. So kind of the original Jane Birkin way, just chucking it on the floor and this and that. They're not necessarily wearing it prim, proper.
Oh, well, that's the thing. I would feel like it would stress me out too much having a bag that expensive, which is why mine is a bit more of like that's a Saint Laurent bag. So it's nice, easy, big size. I can put my laptop in it, chuck it around, whatever. And I'm not, it's just expensive, but I'm not that bothered about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't be trusted with an Hermes bag because I'm not going to keep it in the wardrobe. What's the point? Cost per wear, I don't know.
What, you wouldn't use it?
No, because I'd be too scared. because I treat my stuff like shit.
Yeah, no, but that doesn't matter. Buy it second hand, honestly.
Even then, though, I would still treat it like shit.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But it's there to be used. I always say never save anything for best.
Yeah.
You have to, anything you buy, just use it, because what is it at the end of the day? You know, you have one life, just enjoy the things you have.
Yeah, exactly. But I think if I spent an enormous amount of money on something, I'd be like, oh my God.
I did have a moment.
I've put down all over it.
I know. I had a moment. We went on holiday, and I just bought this watch, and I was, I loved it. And checked out the hotel, blah, blah, blah. And actually, we had to move rooms. That was it. And I suddenly realised the next day, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have my watch. And I'd left it in the safe. And other people had checked in. And it's that sick feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily, they were super honest. We found it and it was all okay. But that was a really big moment that I'd never done anything like that before. And it suddenly dawned on me, my goodness, when you buy really valuable things, if things go wrong, it does make you feel ill.
Yeah. Get insured.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. So, going back to investment pieces and stuff like that, is there anything that particularly that you think we should be investing in, even at a pre-love level?
So I do say Hermes, even though you're avoiding it.
Because I'm scared of it.
No, don't be scared. Honestly. No, I mean, Hermes is just a brand unto itself. It really does maintain value, go up in value. I mean, I'm sure you've heard there's people that literally make a living. They buy a bag one day, they sell it for more the next day.
Well, they literally walk out. There's that, I think they're in Dubai somewhere, Luxury Promise or something like that. They literally come out, which I'm sure they're just getting actors to come in now, because the tales of these people coming in are getting so much more outlandish. Do you know what I mean? And it's become that format. It's like a format for Instagram. So they're getting these actors in. So, well, I don't know, whatever. Great. They're making hay online and getting loads of followers, but whatever. But they walk out the shop and come straight in and sell the bag for a lot more than they pay for it.
Yeah, I mean, it does happen.
Does that happen with you guys?
We generally take pre-owned, so we're not really specialists. I would say our sweet spot in terms of selling price would be under 15,000 in terms of everything.
Yeah.
We're not really that high end, and we're not vintage, so we're from sort of £250 up to 15,000. But we get a lot of people contacting us saying, I've got this new bag, brand new with papers in the box. Would you be interested? Part of me is kind of, to your point, I'm a bit scared to take product like that. It really opens you up online, and, from a security perspective, it makes me nervous.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Well, there's clear evidence of that. Celia, they got robbed. Lux Collective got robbed. Yeah, it would scare me as well. And I know a lot of people that are selling them. Because, again, the aspect of people know that I'm wearing them, I'm putting it online.
Put them in touch with me, will you?
Yeah.
I'm interested.
Yeah, definitely. But they're making themselves a target. And, then people think, well, they've got them in the house. So you're literally putting a target on your back, aren't you? Especially if you've got multiple ones.
I mean, it's hard to say, isn't it? Yeah.
I think Lydia Millen was the one who came out and said it. She said, why would it make my life harder? She sold all hers now.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. And she had 7 or 8.
Wow.
And she's like, I've got rid of them all. And she's gone back to a Mulberry.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Great for Mulberry.
Yeah.
What great branding.
Well, absolutely. She was like, no, I think she didn't say this, but she was like, I don't like their attitude. Don't like the way you've got to be invited to buy a bag. I'm not into the brand anymore. It's not where I am. Sold the lot. And then she was also like, well, I can't wear them in London. I don't feel comfortable. If you scratch them, she was like, no, I'm just not I'm not doing it anymore.
It's so interesting. We haven't really had that experience. We still have people really, I think
desperate
it's almost like the pinnacle. And especially as now Chanel's prices have gone up so much, actually they're quite comparable in terms of, to buy a new Chanel and buy a new Hermes is almost a similar price at this point.
Really? Mm-hmm. I didn't know they'd gone up by that much. Not that I've been walking into Chanel trying to buy a handbag recently.
I'm too busy for that.
Yeah, genuinely am. And then I think, God, look at how long it's taken me. And this is the other maddest thing, right? I don't know how you feel about this, but when I couldn't really afford stuff, I wanted it. I wanted that £10,000 handbag or £5,000 handbag or whatever, just a new handbag. And now I pretty much know I could probably afford whatever I wanted within reason. I don't want it.
Yeah.
Quite happy to sit here and admit that I'm wearing a fake watch right now because I'm too scared of wearing my real one. Now I know I've got a solid gold Cartier at home. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel very comfortable with that. And even if you're impressed by that shit, that's probably not the person for me either as well. So that's kind of where I'm at. So I like buying pre-loved because I feel like I'm getting a better deal.
Yeah.
I want a beautiful handbag, or I want something a bit special or a bit funky or whatever. But like dropping 10 grand or whatever, and 12, 15 in Chanel wouldn't make me feel good. It wouldn't feel like a sense of achievement. I'd feel like that's not value for money for me.
Yeah. I think actually, interestingly, so we put a questionnaire out every year to our clients. Why do you buy secondhand? What is it? And for the most part, 65% say it's the thrill of the find. It's finding those incredible, unique pieces, which we have every day. I love that. I'm still addicted to that. I was always super thrifty. I'm really thrifty.
Same. Because I want to feel like I'm getting a good deal.
I know.
Yeah. I'll still go in at like, hey, would you accept this for it?
I know. Yeah, but even like come down to food, like I really hate throwing food out because I'm like, what a waste of money.
Yeah.
And so I always adore it if someone's found something they love at a really good price, and that's what we're trying to offer for people, that thrill of the find.
Definitely. There's one handbag that I've got my eye on. It's in Selfridges and it's a Chanel bag and it's sequins.
Oh, gorgeous.
If you ever get anything gold, by the way, always send it to me.
I've got a little notepad here.
Yeah,
okay.
anything that's gold,
Gold Chanel,
or
just in
sequiny, or anything that's gold, I usually will have it.
Okay, we'll keep in touch.
Yeah, absolutely. But there's one I was like, oh, that's nice. Anything that's quite unusual.
Yeah, absolutely. Even we had these gorgeous Fendi baguettes. They were vintage Fendi baguettes, sequined and beaded and beautiful bright colours.
Something like that.
Yeah, and they look great kind of on the beach.
Yeah.
It's just unusual finds that you can't actually find now in the stores.
There's another bag that lives rent-free in my head. It's a Dior saddle bag, but it's got like a Chinese dragon on it.
Okay.
And it's got tassels.
Oh, gorgeous. We've got actually some really nice, unusual saddlebags in right now.
It's amazing. And I have never been able to find that ever.
Okay.
Ever. And I'm like, oh, fucking hell, I wish somebody had sold one of them to me. Because I just think it would go nice with a black outfit or a white outfit, just anything. It was just such an unusual bag. So them I don't mind spending a bit of money on, again.
Do you ever sell your stuff?
I have done. I sell a lot of shoes.
How do you go about selling it?
Usually just chuck it on eBay. I've got some Gucci slides at the moment that I want to get rid of. I feel like I bought the wrong size and they're a little bit too big and I'm just
Gucci
not wearing
comes up
them.
quite big, I think.
Yeah, whereas everyone told me go a size up and I was like, well, now they're fucking huge and they make my feet look massive. So they're like this.
Yeah.
These aren't on very well. So they're like this, but they are... they've got G's all over them. They're like nude pink, pastel pink with G's on. Anyway, horsebit ones.
Yeah.
So I want to get rid of them.
Yeah.
I should have got rid of them last year and they were a bit more hot topic, but now they're not. They're just sat there in the box.
That's the other thing. You've got to sell quickly. As soon as you don't want it,
get rid. Yeah, that's good advice because and I've got them perfect with everything, tissue paper, the lot done.
Amazing.
And then I've got a pair of Chanel espadrilles, which are fucked, right?
Yeah.
Which are, you could never sell them, but my God, have I worn them.
Great.
The cost per use on them must be in the pence.
Amazing.
Honestly. And that is like, I've worn them to death. Yeah, brilliant. That's exactly what I wanted to do with them. I've worn them all the time, probably for 10 years now.
Brilliant.
They've even got a little spot of bleach on them where it's
I thought you were going to say blood. I thought you were going to say blood, sorry.
No, they've got like a spot of little like bleach on them. So I'm like, oh, fuck, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
So yes, shoes I probably get rid of more than anything. And then handbags I just keep for ages.
Yeah.
I've got like Fendi Spy bags and everything, which are now coming back in, I believe. So yeah.
Keep them on.
Yeah, I have got loads that are just there, ready to go. And then the one thing, and I even wrote to Mulberry, I'm going to put this out there now, and I'm going to make this into a clip, Mulberry, okay? So I bought a Mulberry Bayswater laptop bag, and it had a squishy pouch in it, perfect size for my Apple laptop. That's why they made the bag, and it's a black patent bag with silver hardware. Now, I don't wear silver hardware anymore, and I don't really like black patent, so I was like, oh, I'll rebuy the bag in like brown or whatever, or a black bag with gold hardware, whatever. Go into Mulberry, hey, have you got one of these laptop bags? They're like, we don't do them. I was like, you do? Because I've got one. They were like, no, we've never done that. And I was like, you do? And they were like, no, I've never seen one like with the with the pocket in. I was like, well, I've definitely got one. So wrote to Mulberry's head office. I went, hi guys, like they're telling me you don't do them, like we don't do them anymore. I was like, well, why not? Everyone wants a laptop bag and it's made for an Apple laptop. You would sell so many more Mulberry bags if you just put this pocket back in it. I can't believe it. So I feel like...
So is this your petition to get it remade?
Absolutely. Okay. Antonia joined me in signing that petition.
Okay, let's see how many signatures we can get.
The whole girl boss vibes. We're all carrying laptops. What are we doing hanging them like this? No. So I bought this bag to put it in, but it hasn't got a squishy pouch. It's not protecting my laptop, all the rest of it. So
they've lost a sale.
Of course they have, but I think they could increase a lot of sales.
If they should partner with Apple.
Of course they should. Of course they should make it for, I don't know, putting all your other bits in, your AirPod slots.
Yep.
Like, come on, Mulberry. Come on. So I want practicality, functionality as well.
I think also you do get to a certain stage of life where you do care about that. We certainly noticed actually after COVID, for example, we couldn't sell heels for love nor money. Everyone was back in trainers, flats, running around. Yeah. And actually fashion's even changed. So like the formality of fashion and people wanted more comfortable clothes. It's just interesting. I think that's one of the great things actually about resale is most of the time you're holding on consignment. So it's different to retail and you don't have to have loads of cash tied up in your stock. So you can kind of go with the trends and you can kind of go with what's hot. Because obviously fashion, one year, one brand is super, super hot. The next year, no one's going to touch it, which is really fickle and actually really unsustainable. But
I know.
We're lucky in that.
What are the brands that are really unsustainable, would you say? That have like
gosh. I mean, it's mostly the
come and gone.
I would say a lot of fast fashion brands, mainly because it's so inexpensive that people are not thinking about the purchase and thinking about, most importantly, the post-purchase. So is it ending up in landfill or are you actually bothering to resell it? Ideally, if you possibly can resell it, because extending the life cycle of an item by, say, 2 years reduces its carbon footprint by 70%. So it's absolutely huge. So if everyone could resell their stuff, we would just reduce fashion's impact on the planet by so much.
No, I completely agree with you. I invested in a business called By Rotation.
Oh, really? Oh, amazing. A shooter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, fantastic.
For that exact reason. Yeah. Because I was like, we're only wearing these dresses once.
Yeah.
Or a couple of times maybe.
Yeah.
So it just makes loads of sense to rent it and it, like get your wardrobe in some dough.
Absolutely. Of course.
Like I bought loads of stuff on eBay and then put it on By Rotation and then rented it out and it literally made my money back.
Amazing.
One hit.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah. So I'm totally on board with that.
Resell, recycle.
Which brands do you think are the ones that are going to stand the test of time?
In terms of the luxury brands?
Yeah.
I mean, I think all of them already have. So many of them, they're steeped in history. I mean, they've been going for hundreds and hundreds of years. So
I think you're always safe with like Dior, Gucci.
Absolutely. Dior, Gucci. I mean, Gucci's obviously having a tough time actually at the moment, but absolutely.
It's not good news for my sliders.
I mean, Hermès is absolutely head and shoulders. Chanel is head and shoulders above, but Louis Vuitton, they're always classic, timeless.
Yeah.
Dior, as you say, Gucci. We've got really hot demand for all of those kind of major big brands.
Yeah. And do you find, you sell clothes as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like everything.
We sell lots of clothes. I love selling clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for like big moments and occasions or just, you know what it's like when you find something fab and you just feel good in it.
I got a Dior dress for Ascot and it was an absolute bargain.
Amazing.
It was like this amazing white dress, perfect for Ascot, and it just was so tight because I was like, fucking hell, I could have done with the size up, but it was like the only thing. So
did you get it second-hand or?
Yeah, second-hand, yeah.
Amazing.
So it was an absolute steal, and then I took it to my tailor who was like, because it was just at one point the zip wouldn't go up and I was like, oh my God, I've got nothing else to wear, like it has to go up. So he ended up like unpicking it, right? And then letting it out by like that much and then it just went. I was like, brilliant.
Amazing.
But I mean, still.
Dior ready to wear is something else.
It's really gorgeous.
It's beautiful. It just fits so well.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And the quality, you can see the quality a mile away. Yeah, I've got a couple now. But And they're just classic. Again, roller more, really wearable, really lovely, anything like that. Okay, so you mentioned about the acquisitions and mergers, kind of like business model, if you will. And you've also mentioned you're going to try and focus on Manchester and up north. So are you looking to acquire a business up north, or are you just looking to set another site up, take a shot?
Yeah, so we've acquired 3 businesses historically. So we've grown through a mix of, well, actually, originally I bootstrapped it for quite a few years, and then I got investment in order to start acquisitions. And then in terms of our vision for Cheshire and Manchester, until the end of H2, we're actually doing satellite events to just go and chat with the community, understand kind of what are their pain points, what problem can we actually solve, where would be a good location, and just really kind of data gathering. But we've got quite a few events, so pop-up events, so selling events, buying events, and then also panel events and things like that. So, you know, dream, yes, would be to have a location up there, probably most likely in Cheshire somewhere.
Yeah.
I adore it. I just love it. I kind of gutted that I live in London, to be honest. I went to Knutsford. I nearly flung myself out of the car.
How gorgeous is Knutsford?
It's like something, honestly, it's like something out of a fairy tale.
Yeah, it is beautiful, Knutsford.
Yeah.
Even I said when I came back from Knutsford, I went for lunch the other week, I was like, I want to live in Knutsford.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's going to end up living there. It's unbelievable. I don't think we would probably have a location in Knutsford, but somewhere in Cheshire would be a dream.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Well, anywhere in that Golden Triangle is going to be a hotspot, isn't it? So you've got like Wilmslow, Hale, Altrincham, Alderley Edge.
Yeah.
Like anywhere around there, really.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if there's a lot of competition. I don't know. I wouldn't know this landscape. You obviously do. But you've got a lot of people there, which would definitely be clearing out the wardrobes a lot, I'd imagine.
We want to do it in quite a kind of branded and scaled way. So really kind of elevate the experience and bring a kind of as new experience to the pre-owned world.
How do you envisage doing that?
So it's very much kind of about the store experience. Online, we do everything on model. So we shoot everything on a human so people can see the size. We make sure we do kind of reasonable shipping times, packaging, and then in-store. So, for example, our general manager came from Harrods and her standards are
way beyond.
I'm like, what should I wear today? Because I'm going to see you, Claudia. You know, and she's just so elevated. That's her favourite word. And it's bringing that experience to the pre-owned world that we're trying to do. So how the store is laid out, the kind of all of the VM and the product itself. We're really meticulous about the product that we take. We take everything from kind of DSM brands, so like your kind of Pleats, Please, Izumiyaki, Comme des Garçons, really eclectic brands, all the way through to kind of your Chanel, Hermes, Gucci, etc. So we really cater to that wide range of either like high fashion, right through to kind of just, party girls. And we just want something for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's like luxury meets accessibility, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I just think it's being smart with your money as well. Like it takes women so long to earn that money. Like
takes everyone long now.
Of course, I would just begrudge dropping it. It's like the same with a car.
Oh my gosh,
You know
I
what
don't
I
even
mean?
own a car. I gave it up in lockdown. I was like, it's just sat there, and every time I drove it, I got a parking ticket or a speeding fine, and it was just costing me so much money.
I was nearly out of all my points, and I've just got another fucking doing.
Oh no!
I know. And every time insurance asks, like, have you had any points in the last 5 years? I'm like, yeah, I've had loads, yeah. And I wouldn't mind, but I've just been on a speed awareness course, and literally about 2 months later, I've got another 3 points.
Oh gosh.
For fuck's sake. So I can't go on another course again for like another couple of years, but yeah. Okay, so what have been your scaling challenges then?
Oh my goodness, where do I start? I think the complexity of the business is a challenge that we're having to overcome. So you're either overflowing with product and you need to sell it, or you haven't got enough and you've got huge demand. So it's kind of like balancing the two sides of the market. I think HR and people is always a challenge. Like as you grow, it's how do you actually scale your people ops?
How many is in the team now?
35. So it's just, every day is a new thing. Oh, I haven't thought about that. Or, oh, we better put a policy in place for that.
Yeah.
And there's always a learning. And I think I'm so lucky with the people that I've surrounded myself with for advice and the leadership team that I've got around me, because I've only ever run my own business. And so there's so many gaps in my personal knowledge on kind of bigger business structures and things like that, and we've managed to hire that in or ask about it.
Yeah.
So I'd say, and then the omni-channel nature, so in-store, online, single SKU, tech, but nothing that anyone else isn't going through, I don't think, and all super surmountable, but every day is a new challenge, as I'm sure you...
Of course, everything is a new learning curve.
Oh, yeah.
Everything, yeah. I always kind of like wait for imagine you're walking up a mountain or climbing a mountain, whatever you're doing. You're waiting for like the rest stop. It just never comes.
No.
It never comes.
No.
Every time you think there's a rest stop coming, there's a rest stop coming.
It's a mirage.
Yeah, it's an absolute mirage. And actually you think, wow, I thought that was hard and now it's like that. It's got even steeper.
But I think it's also, that's why things like this podcast are actually really encouraging, because sometimes if you think you're the only one experiencing that, you think, oh, this must be wrong, or I'm doing something wrong. But actually, no, that's just the way it is. It's like running a marathon, and all you need is people cheering you on, and like, you can do it. You're going to overcome this. Like, this challenge, it seems like it's the end. It's not the end. Keep going.
Yeah, I think the best thing to do is kind of have people who have done it before ahead of you. Mm-hmm. I've just said that on the last podcast, actually. I was just saying like, you can only take advice from people who've walked the walk and done it before you. Are they on if they're 3 years down the line before you were?
Exactly.
That's the people I take advice off anyway. Not people who are trying to tell them what to do and they haven't done it themselves.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because also then you don't feel confident in their advice.
No. And then also trying to tune out the people who are just trying to bark at you, give you advice, but I've got based in no knowledge whatsoever. I don't know if you've got them around you. Like,
it's more just I get a lot of links sent to me for stuff. Like, oh, have you seen this? Have you seen that? And then everyone sends me like the same 5 links, and you have to sort of say, yeah, thank you. And it's like, oh my gosh, I've literally just spent the last like 30 minutes going off checking all these links, and I could have just...
And links for what? What would they be?
Just like news, or
right.
Have you seen this person's doing that, or that person's doing this? And sometimes I'm just like,
doesn't matter.
I'm zoning.
You're so far. Let's say someone's starting a rival business, right? Or such a body's doing something. I don't know. So what? You're in your lane. You focus on you. Great. Crack on.
I think I try and do that most of the time, but I think it is a challenge, isn't it?
Hard.
I think things like LinkedIn, Instagram, I don't think it's actually that helpful sometimes.
If I sat there and thought about all my competitors all day, I'd never get anything done.
I know.
And I'd just be sat there pissed off all day. And actually, I'm pretty sure that they look at me and think, fucking hell, why didn't we think of that?
Yeah.
Maybe I've got delusions of grandeur or something, but that's what I think. I'm sure there's somebody looking at us and thinking, wow, well, they're doing a great job, but maybe they're not.
I'm sure they are.
But yeah, I always find it like validation when I see people copying us, and I'm like, whatever, because I'm on to my next thing now, and they're copying the shit that we were like talking about
and not as
a year ago.
Yeah. Not as well either, because it's always the first one that lands the best.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
I always see that with like trends on Instagram, and it's like the first one that I see is great. And then if I keep seeing it like 5-6 times for different brands, I'm just like, oh, I'm over that trend now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have some certain companies that do that with our kind of socials, because we're quite big and loud and we do huge kind of campaigns and things like that on our socials, and then we'll see kind of the campaign we did a few months later on another channel. It's just like,
so what, you've done it first to market, first to the idea is much better, and is constantly pushing the needle forward. So what, have you done any like collaborations, have any influencer collaborations? How do you like market the business?
Oh gosh, let me think. It's like, what hat should I put on right now?
Yeah, I know.
So I mean, we've worked with quite a few influencers. So it's actually kind of one of those moments when suddenly big influencers start reaching out to you, and you're like, oh, this is really exciting. So, but I always say her name, Chiara Ferragni.
Right.
Reached out to us. So
I don't know who that is.
She's like the original influencer in Italy. She's got like 30 million followers.
Wow.
She liked one of our handbags, so we worked with her on a really amazing limited edition Chanel bag. Leonie Han, who's got amazing kind of wardrobe, she's bought from us and kind of shared. And yeah, we do a reasonable amount of influencer activity. It's all quite organic, so it's actually natural relationships.
Right.
And then we do a bit on social ads. We don't do anything on Google ads, something we're looking at doing. And then we do a lot in-house, to be honest, a lot of our own content campaigns and things like that.
I mean, the way it visually looks, I think is brilliant.
Oh, thank you.
I was looking at it yesterday, and
on social,
on the Instagram,
social,
yeah, and I was like, wow, it's actually incredible. In fact, I'm going to get it up again.
I've actually got a block on my Instagram, so I can't look at it.
So you can't look at it. Yeah, no, I just want to remind myself of what I was trying to convey. So if any listeners are listening to this right now, go and have a look at Sign of the Times. Yeah, it's very eclectic, really well shot. It got a nice mix of like employee-led content, user-generated content, like these kind of like magazine-y layouts, collabs. I love stuff like this image down here that's almost, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
These fun videos. It's bright, it's colourful, it's attractive, and just, yeah, it's almost a feast for the eyes. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, one of the most fun things that we do, and the things that I absolutely adore, is like these huge wardrobe clear outs that we do for these amazing clients.
Yeah.
So we did one the other day. We didn't actually do this on social, but they had 400 units they were clearing out. And that's kind of our speciality. Like we go in to these huge kind of either house moves or sadly like death, divorce moments when you're having like big kind of needing for clear out. We also do kind of like 20 units and things like that. But and then we just interview these incredible people about like, why did you buy this? Or where's this from? Or like, what's the history of that? And it kind of brings the stories to life.
Exactly.
So
and
I
that's
love
what
that
people
content.
are interested in, especially if there's like, yeah, a cool story behind it. I was in this place and I thought, I bought this to commemorate X, Y, Z, or definitely. And I think adding that storytelling element to the piece is ultimately going to make it sell better. Everybody loves a story, don't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, I absolutely loved your socials, and if
thank you.
anybody's listening, you should go and follow it right now.
We have a lot of fun.
It looks a lot of fun.
It's one of my most important things, actually, because I just want to enjoy life.
I totally agree with you. And I feel like, I don't know if you feel like this, you've probably got a team that runs it for you, but I am obsessed with the Instagram page and I try and run it myself.
Do you?
But if I'm so busy doing like podcasts today or whatever I'm doing all day, every day, I never get, I've got a million creative ideas. I am never short of an idea. I'm always short of time to execute it. And that's the problem. It's like, you've got to be rapid response, because I might get an idea that's trending that second. It's got to be done. It's almost like a basketball play. I heard somebody say this the other day. It's like a basketball play. Like, it's like, you know, dribble, dunk. That's it. It's got to be that quick. And if you're not, you're on to the next play.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, he's absolutely right.
So you run your socials.
Yeah.
That is insane. Well done you. I mean, yours look incredible. Yours look so polished.
I don't want
on your
it to.
website, I was like, wow, it's like, did you get advice obviously on how to get all your kind of hooks and things like that? Because there's multiple ways. It's really clever what you've done on your site.
Not really.
It makes me want to click everything, which
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, on my website's a bone of contention right now.
Oh, really? Okay. We can edit this out if you want.
No, yeah, not with anybody in my team. Just maybe some compliance officers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, who are like, yeah, that's not compliant. I'm like, we're tussling over the word wellness right now.
Oh,
and I'm
gosh.
like,
Okay.
right, wellness. Wow. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, how is that not compliant? But here we are arguing about it. So I mean, I know this I didn't even want to touch the website at first, but I've had a short, sharp shock into how to do it. But I feel like when you get like issues that arise, you've got to rise to it. And I was like, right, I've asked everyone to do it. They're not doing it. I've got to do it quickly. Bang, 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 I'll learn it myself. So for the last 2 days, I've sat doing it all on the train down here, in the hotel room. I've literally been raking that website, sorting it out, you know, to make it, improve it. But yeah, I haven't got a large team to depend on, and I'm really looking forward.
Yeah.
So hard to hire people, isn't it?
Oh, it really is.
And kind of
for the
relinquish
first
control.
That's the hardest bit, actually. And I
Yeah.
don't think I have done that yet, to be honest. And I think I am. It's an interesting balance, actually, I would say. I think it's that balance between staying enough kind of connected with the client and enough connected with what the issues are of the business, and also being able to step back, because I want to know every single problem just so that I know it's being solved.
Yeah, but you'll drive yourself mad.
Yeah,
especially
I know.
with customer service.
Yeah, I
try and
know.
stay out of it now.
Yeah, I mean, for the bigger stuff, I will always want to know.
Yeah, if it's a huge deal, then yes, it'll get kicked up to me. But, you know, if it's Sandra hasn't had her order on time.
No.
Then
not
I'm
to that
like,
detail,
yeah, okay.
yeah.
But let's say a bag's got lost or something like that, then that would be a big enough issue. Maybe for you to, I don't know, what would be big an issue for you to get
It's more
involved
also in the processes
Yeah.
and things like that I'm really keen just to make sure we've got everything kind of really ironed out. And it's kind of, yeah. But finally, this year, I've managed to get a full management team and it's been transformational. I'm suddenly like slightly out of the weeds and I'm focusing on growth and
the vision.
The vision and executing on that. And it's just so freeing. It's amazing. It's taken a long time to get here, though.
So I am in that position myself where, yeah, I'm kind of looking for like that next key hire.
Yeah.
A really big key hire that will transform the business.
Yeah.
Like, teach me what I'm doing, because I'm at the point where I don't know what I'm doing now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even though people say you do, you know instinctively what you're doing, but I want somebody who has run a bigger business before and to come in, because what they see as problems, what I see as problems, but they're probably like, you can sort that out dead easy. And they look at it, someone like you who's more of an economist who wants to put processes in, I feel that would be fantastic.
That's right. I'm employed.
Would be fantastic in my business right now. That definitely, we need a
COO type thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, you have to it has to be by recommendation and reference, I think, something like that. Because you have to know that they've been there, done it, and done a really good job for someone else. Yeah. I spend more time kind of getting references and speaking to people that they've worked with than I do actually speaking to the person, because they can say anything.
Well, of course. Yeah. I find that with a lot. Even if it's like freelancers that we use or agencies that we use, because even though we've got a really small team in the office, actually our external teams are quite big. We've got a full marketing team which are in London, we've got a creative agency on top of that, so that's just one for creative, one for paid media. Then we have a whole podcast team for another multimedia channel approach. Then I might lean on another graphic designer. So even though in the office we've only got 3 of us, we have a big external team of people.
I think that's really clever.
I've got 2 comedians who also work for me.
Do you actually? I would love to hire a comedian. Where do you find one of them? What do they do?
Some more outlandish marketing for me.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Because again, I don't want to run the business like every other wellness brand.
No.
So we have a lot of external teams, which means like I'm not managing lots of people on top of everything else.
Yeah, that's great.
You know, keep it a lean D2C business.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you said, identified before, that people, managing people, HR is just hard work, isn't it?
It's just doing it everything right by them and by the business, and just getting that balance right is a challenge.
Yeah,
I forgot to put my phone on silent. I'm sure it won't ring, but sorry.
Yeah. But, I mean, everybody tells me you've got to put an internal team in, otherwise how are you valuing the business? And I'm like, and I think with the birth of AI now, it's not even the birth, but like, you know, as AI is getting stronger and stronger, like you really don't need a massive team. Well, not for a D2C brand like mine. You don't need a massive team.
Would you not value it on revenue, profit?
Could do, definitely. But people keep telling me I need to put a few people in place.
Okay, well, I'm sure they know what they're talking about.
Hopefully. I'm like, yeah, maybe, because they can't sell you with the business. I was like, yeah, that's
Oh, yeah,
true.
no, you have to be able to.
Yeah. And he was like, you've got to let go. He said, let go of the vine. And I was like, he's like, let go of the vine. And I was like, my problem is, and then he put me through some like leadership skills tests. And my problem is I overestimate what I can do in the time frame that I can do it. So I take on a lot of stuff, and there's absolutely no way I'm ever going to be able to fulfill it in the time zones or the deadlines that I'm supposed to. So because I can't relinquish control. And it's not that I can't. It's just that when I do, I can't trust that people are going to do it to the same level. That's my biggest issue. I don't know how you deal with that.
Yeah, but I think also, yes, I feel similar, but also sometimes done is better than perfect, and actually it will release you to be able to scale.
Yeah.
And so actually, yes, some things might not be. I know for a fact our customer service is not as good as when I did everything, but it was just me, and I literally did everything 7 days a week, and I served the client, so I served them how I wanted.
Yeah.
But it's just not possible to grow a business like that. So you have to. Yeah, I'm trying to relinquish control a bit.
Yeah. Okay, so if we were to talk to little Antonia, what did you always want to be into this, or?
I always wanted my own business,
Right.
but as I say, I'm not really fashion. I'm not. I just adore business. I talk about what I'm sure you do as well. You have a million ideas, like how I'd run things, how I'd make things more efficient. You walk down kind of like in a town, it's all empty shops. How would you reinvigorate that? All the time I'm just thinking more kind of in a business way than in a fashion way. And I employ people that are experts in fashion. So yes, I always wanted my own business. Didn't necessarily know that it would always be in resale, but I adore it.
So if, let's say you didn't happen upon that shop when you were in university and you'd had another idea, what do you think you would have been in now?
Back in the day, and it's so random, but my parents reminded me of it. I don't know, I was just in, when all those fad diets were around, there was like the Atkins diet, this diet, that diet, it was all terrible. But I had an idea of kind of like a restaurant or like a food business. It was before all of these kind of food deliveries that catered to every type of different diet that people would want. So I was thinking about doing something like that, or when if I exit and I have some money, I would love to do something for homelessness, actually. I've got a real passion for that. I just can't bear that I'm walking down the street and I'm walking past someone on the floor. I just think it's just so unjust and so sad. So, yeah, I'd love to kind of use some for good, do something for good.
Absolutely, yeah. No, it's heartbreaking. I always think that what kind of like... definitely be more of a philanthropist or spend a lot of time trying to elevate other people around you. I mean, I could sit and probably listen to you and I'd say, come and look at the numbers with me, will you? And help me out with this.
I love looking at numbers.
You could be like an amazing consultant, or
maybe,
what I mean, to like women who are just coming through or trying to start their own business or whatever. Yeah, I feel like giving value back at some stage as well, and I'm sure you do too.
Yeah,
definitely.
I got a fly just.
I know. I know.
I'll see if I can.
So irritating.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you've spoken about the environmental impact of fashion, but how bad actually is it?
Apparently, you can now see mountains of fashion from space.
Wow.
I mean, it's really bad. It's actually one of the most polluting industries. So it accounts for 10% of global carbon emissions, 20% of water waste. I mean, it is absolutely massive.
It's all because of Instagram, I feel like I didn't even give a shit before about re-wearing my clothes or whatever. I really didn't until friggin' Instagram came along.
Yeah, and then people want to also recreate the looks for less. So they're...
Yeah, just going on Boohoo or whatever, Misguided or one of the other ones.
And the natural fibre, it's the fibres that they're using that are not decomposing at the end of life. So
it's just virtually plastic. It's like colourful plastic, isn't it? Which is not good for you.
It's probably not good. I was going to say it's probably not good for your skin.
Yeah.
But it's really hard because you're so, if you are actually sat there looking at this person, how they're making your item, the conditions that they're in, you actually had to sit there and look at that. You probably wouldn't then choose to buy it. But actually you're so disjointed from the full supply chain that there's no transparency in it, basically. And I know they're trying to bring out product passports, but no one's going to hover over a QR code, really, to see how is this made. It's almost like you need, with cigarettes, they put the picture of the lungs on there, and that puts so many people off, actually, that this is what it's going to do. If you could kind of put on, this is how your product was made, maybe it would make people think a little bit around...
I just think the quality is so bad, personally.
But if you're wearing it for one night, do you care?
I know, well, that's the thing. Like, I bought a few bits from Pretty Little Thing, and I swear to God, I opened the bag, I'm pulling out this like skirt, and it was that bad. I thought they'd had a fucking rebrand where they were supposed to have got better, and I was like, well, I didn't even bother trying it on. I was like straight back in the bag and chucked it back and just sent it all back. Didn't try any of it on. I was like, no, I'm in my Hobbs era. I've hit 40. But it is true. The older I get, the less I buy, and quality is what I'm looking for.
That's great. I think it's a good move.
You know, what does my head in though is when I think I'm buying great quality. Like I bought a cashmere Reese jumper, black polo neck, classic, but it's bobbled all over, and I'm like, I spent an absolute fucking bomb on this black jumper because it's like, oh, it's lasts for ages. It's beautiful cashmere. It's fab. Felt good about buying it. Well, no, it's actually bobbled all over, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Have you got a shaver? Cashmere shaver?
I have. I've got a little shaver, but also
you don't have time.
I saw on YouTube that you shouldn't shave it.
Oh, really?
Something's happening to the fibres.
Okay.
I feel like going back to Reese and saying, no, it's crap. What you've actually sold me is crap, because proper cashmere shouldn't do that. But I'm definitely kind of slowing down, slow fashion. There's a lot of greenwashing in fashion.
There is.
People who say they're into slow fashion are not necessarily. How do you feel about that?
Let me form my opinion on that. Look, I think it's hard to distinguish, isn't it, between if someone is actually greenwashing or, you know, it's all about the motive for me. So where is it actually coming from? Are you actually going out knowing you're greenwashing, or are you actually trying? And I think we do need to applaud and encourage where big brands are trying to make an improvement and make a difference. And then, yes, like you say, where people are intentionally greenwashing and misleading the consumer, we need to hold people to account.
Definitely. Yeah, there's a few brands I can think of that are like saying they're a bit slow fashion. I'm like, you're not at all. How are you different from Zara or anything?
I think
like
probably
that?
it will come down to government intervention. We are going to have to tax the externalities on. So, you know, if someone tax the actual cost, so tax how much it has cost the environment, actually pay a fair wage, and all of that will push the price up so much that actually demand will move away. But until the government step in and do something like that, I can't see how it would change.
Or we just start promoting, wear your frigging clothes again.
Yeah.
Like, it's all right to wear the same top, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Or sell it, or rent it.
Yeah. That's the other big thing, because I honestly didn't care before.
I know, but it is growing. It's really, so at the moment, 5% of retail spend is on secondhand. That's expected to grow to 10% in 5 years' time, which is a huge jump, so 100% growth. And actually already 25% of purchases in the UK are secondhand. So a quarter, 1 in 4 purchases, people are making secondhand, which is really exciting.
Yeah, so I love buying secondhand.
Oh, it's the best feeling ever.
I've got an amazing seller on eBay. Amazing.
And you just
seller.
follow them.
I just follow
and
her.
And she's your size. And I'm so jealous.
All tags on.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
She must be some kind of stylist or something.
Okay, yeah.
They are all like Dior, Gucci, Dolce & Gabbana, like Fendi, whatever. But like, you know, like proper, like amazing.
Yeah.
And if you make her an offer, like I'm telling you, they can be on there for 400. You can say 200, 150. She'll take it.
Oh my gosh, I might have to get her.
She's amazing.
Try not to steal your stuff.
Yeah, please don't.
Can't gatekeep that though.
Yeah, honestly, I tell everyone about her. She's absolutely amazing. Like, I don't even care where she gets it. But yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. So how do you see that? So that you think the pre-loved fashion world is going to grow?
Yeah, it is growing. I mean, statistically it is. It's growing really quickly. And actually now we're starting to partner with kind of like big retailers to see how we can support them, which is really exciting. I think that is the next wave. It's like, actually, how can new retail and secondhand retail work together and not kind of compete, which I don't think we are. In fact, it is really collaborative, but that's the next stage.
Yeah. So when I go in Selfridges, obviously they've got all the new handbags and everything like that, but then they've got a whole pre-loved section. Mm-hmm. I almost think there's something nice about having a pre-loved bag. I really do.
Yeah.
Or if it's there, it's usually a classic, a timeless classic. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I feel like they're really investable pieces if you're going to have them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I would have a few more outlandishy looking things. I mean, I'm very boring anyway, and kind of like the pieces that I buy, it'd be like brown, black, gold.
Classic, timeless.
Safe bets.
Yeah, but that's good because then they hold their value.
Yeah, safe bets. And then I've got like one green little Chanel bag, which is so
it's my favourite colour, green.
Literally, it's so small. I can get a lip gloss and my phone in it. It's literally pointless.
You could use it as a bag charm.
It almost is. It's like this big.
So cute.
But I don't know. Again, I've got to just fall in love with it. See it, like it, maybe buy it. But at the moment, I just feel like I've got different priorities.
Yeah.
So there's different stages of life as well, isn't it? Like I keep thinking, well, I could get that handbag or I could get new gates on the house.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
no, it is like that. I think also sometimes it's moments. So if you had a big birthday or a big holiday for your birthday or things like that you just want to look spot on for, actually it's really nice to invest in those pieces. But then sometimes, like you say, I want to repaint the house.
Well, that's the thing. I keep thinking like, yeah, do I want to do that? Or I remember being in David and Robinson, I was trying on Rolexes and I was like, yeah, nice. Could have it, but I need my front steps doing it at the front and it's going to cost me triple what that watch is going to cost me, so no. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
so
do, yeah.
What's the point? And I think, I've come into that stage of life. And interestingly, like I said, the more I can afford it, the more I now don't want it.
Yeah, it's true.
It's got to be a nice... I don't know, I've grown up a bit, obviously. Got kids now and things like that. Tell me about it. So I like to kind of like wrap up these podcasts with a few like quick fire questions. So what's your favourite resale find of all time? If you've got one, or can you give me some highlights?
Yes, let me think. Well, I mean, most of what I'm wearing is secondhand. It's quite boring actually, but I bought an amazing cashmere black Max Mara coat and I just wear it year after year and I just adore it. I feel really chic in it. And I think I'll say that because it's classic and timeless.
Nice. I'm going to go for my Christian Dior dress.
Beautiful.
Yeah. 200 quid.
Oh.
It was.
It's the price as well. It's not just the piece.
Of course.
I know. Mine was 400, but it was current season retailing for 1,600. So it's great.
Yeah, of course it is, yeah. Absolutely unbelievable. Okay, would you rather have a luxury bag or ready to wear?
Ready to wear.
Okay. Best spot in London for inspiration outside of work? It could be like, where you mentioned like Chelsea, or where do you like to go to kind of get inspo?
Do you know what? Anywhere other than my house, the office or the store, anywhere. Can be walking around in a coffee shop, just anywhere out of my normal environment.
Yeah, I feel the same. The lady on before you, Georgia, she was like, spa day. And I was like, no, I get it. Yeah, absolutely. And we kind of answered this, but what brand would you invest in to really hold the value?
Yeah, I mean, Hermes is
just killing it.
It is. Absolutely. It really retains its value.
What about some of these, like I don't know, I don't see these holding value at all. Maybe I'm wrong, but like Off-White and things like that. I feel like they're trendy for now, but then I'm never going to go anywhere.
Yeah, it is tough. We haven't seen, naturally, actually, there is a spike. So, and there'll be certain collectors that will do really, really well with it. But for us, that is not our kind of market.
Who is your customer?
Our traditional core customer is that kind of Chelsea client, because obviously the store is 50 years old. So she's been coming, actually her mother came and her mother before that came.
Right.
So we've got 3 generations. She's our core client. But actually, because you mentioned our social, we've gathered this kind of external client who's slightly younger, slightly more kind of trend-led. So the core client is the Row, Phoebe Philo, Celine era, Gabriella Hearst, quite quiet luxury Bottega, super chic, that sort of look. But then we are kind of gathering that younger client that's kind of more trend-led, really exciting pieces. So we kind of balance the two.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
It is, and it's hard to cater actually, because we're talking to multiple customers. It's hard to keep all of them happy.
It is. Everybody always asks me, like, who's your customer? And I'm actually getting more and more data on actually who this person is. And I got this really cool platform put in the back end of Shopify. And it actually opened up my eyes to, like, who is our customer? Like, what demographic are they? Like, it taught me a lot, actually, because I always
What did you learn?
So it was kind of, I can even get down to a granular level of, like, where they live, house prices, Have they got older children, younger children? Are they retired? Are they this? Are they that? Like to a granular level.
Amazing.
And then it'll fix them by cohorts of like, you've got like more of that than anything else. You know what I mean? You've got more people
tailoring your marketing to talk mainly to your core client.
Yeah, you've got more customers who live in houses above this value than you have at this value or this value. Do you know what I mean? There's your sweet spot. So then you can then tailor your marketing to talk to that person individually.
That's so cool.
It was interesting. You should actually try and onboard it. I don't know.
Yeah, I will. I've also taken another note from one of your podcasts that I wrote down and looked, was it Viable?
They've rebranded and called themselves Triffin. But
are you still using that?
Yeah, I live and die by Triffin. I live and die by that. But there's another one that I've onboarded that's really good as well that I'll tell you about.
Okay. So I need your eBay. I'm just going to write my list. I need your eBay lady and the Shopify apps. Okay, great.
Yeah, absolutely. Is your platform built on Shopify?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we're on Shopify, and then we've kind of like custom done stuff around it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, these two platforms are going to be perfect for you. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm excited.
Well, thank you so much for coming in, Antonia.
No, thanks for your time.
I really enjoyed today's chat, and I'm sure I'll be seeing a bit more of you.
Amazing.
Yeah, exactly. In Knutsford. Thank you.
Thank you.